Get ready for the smackdown. Get ready for the smackdown. How you gonna react when you're put in your back now? Cause there's no turning back when you're facing the smackdown.
Dudes, what up guys? Yeah, you think I'm not finished? Yeah, I'm gonna finish them. 2 more today, guys. Section 10 is rolling on really well. So this one comes from moi, and I picked the likes of Ballistic from Cyberforce versus Melissa Gold, aka Songbird. Love me some Songbird. Yeah, I put this fight together. I was just thinking, trying to think outside the box, as I always try to do. And I was like, how about a character from Cyberforce? And came up with Ballistic. And of course, I had to throw Songbird in. I haven't had her for a while. This is her second time in my fantasy fight. So let's kick it off with none other than Ballistic. Alright guys, so for all those who have never read a Cyberforce book before and don't know anything about the character Ballistic, let me educate you on her. Okay, so she first appeared in Cyberforce #1. Her real name is Cassandra Lane. She's a member of Cyberforce. She is part cybernetic. She has a cybernetic arm, and her right eye is cybernetic, pretty much, and they were repaired by this group called Cyber Data because of crippling injuries that were inflicted by her boyfriend, because they found out she found out that he had ties to the mob and was punished for it. She was punished for it, pretty much. However, it was something that was always also interesting about Ballistic. Though she's the badass, pretty much one of the badasses of the team, especially when she became part of Cyberforce, she was born with this mutant power that granted her an uncanny hand-to-hand eye coordination, and she was trained. She's also trained in hand-to-hand combat, as well as throwing weapons and firearms and things like that. She's pretty much like a cybernetic version of, I guess, Deadshot and Domino and people like that. Of course, her bionic arm does play a factor in it as well. But with all this highly trained stuff, highly trained combat that she's involved with, she is dangerous. She's not just dangerous with all just hand-to-hand combat, but her unparalleled marksmanship makes her just really dangerous, so to speak. This is a woman you don't want to fuck with. Okay, let's put it like that. And yeah, I got to put the emphasis on that. I've seen her one time stop a character known as Mother One from going on a killing spree, and she stopped at nothing from letting this girl get away. She definitely has earned her spot as being Ballistic, because sometimes she does go on she lives up to that name, Ballistic. But with all her mutation, her mutant power of that hand-to-hand, hand-to-eye coordination, her unarmed combat, her marksmanship, her cybernetic parts, she's just a full package of holy shit. Like, she's nearly unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Ballistic is just no joke, dudes. No dope. So let's move on to her combatant in this, and we'll go back to the Marvel Universe, and she's one of my favorite Marvel females. That's Melissa Gold, aka Songbird. Songbird once was called Screaming Meanie. She is the true embodiment of being a villain and then showcasing that she is truly was destined to be a hero. Melissa Gold lives up to that very much. Like I said, she was known as Screaming Meanie for a while before she found her calling. She has always been a founding member of the Thunderbolts. She's been on every incarnation of the Thunderbolts. Now they call the Thunderbolts the Dark Avengers. I can't question that. I don't know why, but her powers are pretty much sound based. She can create anything, constructs from sound. You know, not just she screams out, you know, and she makes waves of energy from her voice, but she can make wings that allow her to fly. She can make blades. Very, very constructive force of just don't piss this woman off. I've seen Melissa go up against individuals and just lay them in the waste. She has one time, there was a great fight in Thunderbolts when she took it to Norman Osborn, just her and Norman Osborn just going back and forth, and it was beautifully well done. You just saw Melissa was not taking any shit from this guy. It was like, I don't care who you are, you know. She laid it down on this guy, on Norman Osborn, just as good as, or just as better than what Spidey could ever do. She's even led the Thunderbolts at times before they made the leadership, gave the leadership to oh, how am I forgetting her name? Well, it's a character that my friend Devilzilla doesn't like. Moonstone. There we go. But her song constructs are really powerful. It's a lot of sound. It's really sound based and technical in a way. But as Captain America has always said, and I believe him very much, she's destined to be an Avenger. Destined to be an Avenger. But Marvel seems to want to keep her on the Thunderbolts. I guess because she's a veteran of the game for that team. But I love Melissa Gold. She's a very cool character. Very, I won't say underrated, but just needs to be more exposed. Just put it like that, and just not on just one team. She needs to be more exposed in a way. But very good, very cool character. So, what does the kid have in store for a diagnosis of this fight? For these two girls to just not to beat, basically for the first time. Alright, bottom line like this. They're gonna fight. And it's gonna take everything that Melissa has to deal with to stop Ballistic. Now you gotta remember, Ballistic is half cybernetic, and she's got that hand-eye coordination, so she can hit Melissa at any means of, she's good with marksmanship. So it does come down to skill with Melissa, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be like, okay, how am I gonna beat this girl? So her constructs are really gonna play dividends in this. I believe with the added reflexes of Ballistic, they're gonna play a major factor. But if Songbird is able to slice off some of her cybernetic parts, you got in favor. But that's if, because if I just listen to what I told you about Ballistic, I don't think it's gonna turn that. Ballistic is not gonna be able to shoot Melissa with a gun. Like Melissa's gonna be able to block any bullet that comes with her powers or so. Like, just put up sound barriers and just block it. No quarters asked about that. But Melissa's got to use her head in this. Definitely. Because if she doesn't, Ballistic is gonna kill her. She's going for broke. She's going for kill shots. Uh, and Songbird's got to kind of get into that factor as well. She has to think outside of, oh, I can't leave this girl standing. I got to take her down. I got to take her out. Somehow immobilize her, because if not, I'm gonna die in this fight. But I'll leave it up to you guys. Ballistic or Songbird. And other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this fight. Especially if you don't know who the character of Ballistic is or Songbird, do your research on these two ladies. I tell you right now, you will not be disappointed in doing your research. You'll learn a little bit about them. And I just gave you a smidget of what they are. But other than that, with this fight down, now we are down to 4 fights for Section 10. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. So this is Mount Vernon Kid saying peace, one love, stay tuned, keep it real, guys. I will see you in a few with the next fight, Fight 49. You know the slogan. Battle on.